this your first stateside festival, or have you done this before?
I've done a few stateside, I did Coachella and Starscape.
Okay.
Done a few stateside festivals, and a few Chicago shows as well.
Oh, okay.
But never Lolla.
Yeah. So how's the energy different from performing in like a club or, you know, like a...
Well, American festivals are very different to the ones in Europe, and especially England. Anyway, like the ones in England, like Glastonbury for example, there's no phone reception, and from the second you get there, you're knee-high in mud. We're in the middle of Grant Park, in the middle of the city, everyone's, you're wearing high heels. Girls wearing high heels at a music festival. So like, American festivals are very different. They're usually a bit more cleaner, a bit more civilized.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing, because I'm used to kind of turning up and just being covered in, you wear your old clothes to a festival in England, to a festival in the States, you put your best outfit on.
Is that right? Wait, so I'm wearing like crappy, you know, I mean this stain and stuff, but you know. We're both wearing like, that's just how you do it, right?
I know.
Because I'm used to it.
It's actually supposed to have holes in though.
Oh,
it
really?
looks like it should. It's a thing. It's a place in London called Shotguns in Soho, and every garment they shoot with a 12-gauge shotgun, so it's got 12 holes in, and when you buy it, they give you the cartridge it was shot with on the tag.
Wow, that's
kind of cool, right?
Yeah,
That's a nice little idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice it was genuinely shot.
Right?
Like they didn't
get to charge 10 more bucks a shirt because it's cool.
It'd be a bummer.
Just goes bang, 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 that's it.
Well, it'd be a bummer if they kind of like outsourced that to like a sweatshop. Yeah. They had people like shooting t-shirts.
I know. That would be a cool job, right?
So OMG came out this year.
It sure did, yeah, like months ago.
Yeah, just recently.
Barely, yeah.
How is that, like how is that mixing into your sets? I mean, you've got so much material.
Yeah, totally.
Are we hearing a lot of OMG in the set, or are you kind of mixing it up?
I'm playing for like an hour and 15 today, and I usually play an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I try and for the most part play 100% Rusko material.
Oh, okay.
And also I mix really quick.
Yeah.
So like to play the 15 album tracks, I got to play another maybe 100 tracks on top of that, you know. So really, most of the album gets played, but then I have special versions and special edits, and there's a lot of tracks you only hear at the live show.
Oh, that's cool.
I try and make it really cool, you know. Also, I've been giving a load of my music away recently. I just gave like 10 tracks away. Yeah. I've decided that I just want people dancing at my show.
Yeah.
I don't care how you get my music, as long as you know it.
Right.
I just want you dancing at my show. Yeah. So that's what it's all about for me.
Well, but you're a hard guy to keep up with material-wise, because you're doing like so many kind of remixes, and you're doing you know, a ton of stuff. I mean, how many tracks are you putting out like a year?
It's a lot. Well, right now I'm doing a lot of the pop production stuff.
Right.
So I'm kind of spending Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the studio in LA with singers making their records. You know, I'm not making Rusko records. I'm making other people's songs.
Yeah.
You know. A lot, really. Like the whole album, OMG, was entirely made on the road. That was kind of the concept behind it. Was I would make a track like 2 minutes long, barely. Yeah. Make an idea, play it that night, and then fix it up the next day and try the second version in the thing. So the whole album was made on the road.
Wow.
The whole album was made on my laptop in hotel rooms and on the tour bus.
Wow.
So each track was literally, you know, if a track didn't work at its minute-and-a-half stage that I made on the tour bus, it gets scrapped, make another one the next day. If it does work, then what worked about it? I took it back to the bus, fix it up, and then have another show the next night. Try it again. So really, it was kind of trial by fire.
That's great.
Every track on that album came tried and tested from a year of making tracks on the road.
That's crazy. That's
a good thing.
Instant feedback.
People was like, how do you cope being away from your home studio? The record wouldn't be as well suited to a dance audience if I wasn't in the club every night.
Yeah.
If I took a month off to stay in the studio after a week, I wouldn't be connected with a crowd, you know? I wouldn't know what the people raving on drugs want to hear, because I'd be in my house drinking a cup of tea. You know? It's like I'm in a different place.
Right.
So I think the next record I make, I'm going to make entirely on the road as well.
Right.
Because it just, the energy that I get when I leave a club or the day in between gigs and stuff, it's a completely different energy.
Totally, yeah.
Completely different energy, adrenaline, and you know, like now, you know, if you were talking to me in my house yesterday, I'd be, you know what I mean, petting my dog and chilling and relaxed. Now I've got a show, I've got adrenaline, I'm kind of busy, I'm chatting away, you know. You're in a different mood, you're in a different head state. Yeah. So my next big tour starts in September. So work on OMG 2. Whatever that is, ROFL. I'm just kidding. Work on OMG 2 starts in September when the next tour starts. Yeah. Awesome. I live on the road. I live for the road and on the road.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're a better man than I. The road drives me crazy.
It does as well. But luckily, my wife is my tour manager.
Oh wow, okay.
Which is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
But also, because they give me a tour manager anyway, so one, I have to pay for them. Two, I have to pay for their hotels and stuff.
Right.
And my wife, that's free.
That's
she
perfect.
just comes with me. I don't have to pay my wife.
Do you bring your dog? Do you ever bring your dog?
Yeah. Not when we go for a few days, I bring the dog. But right now now he's with my mother-in-law. We drop him off, and he's cool. There's another dog there, so he's cool. That's his girlfriend, actually.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
He's got a little girlfriend there, so he goes and they just, So
as long as everybody can hang out with their girlfriends and their wives, it kind of keeps them sane, you know?
That's the only thing that keeps me sane on the tour, really. She hates it, really, because I am in work mode. We'll have a nice day to hang out in the studio, and I'll have my headphones on at the laptop. So it's good and it's bad. She gets to see a lot more of the cities than I do. But that's good. Right now, I say yes to everything. Just say yes to everything and just try and fit everything in like a maniac.
It's a good place to be. It's a good place to be.
In a couple of years, I'll turn 30 and then I'll be tired. Right now, I've still got the energy of youth. So even if I say yes and then I can't end up doing it, at least I tried.
So speaking of energy and saying yes, so you mentioned earlier you're in the studio, you're working on some more pop-oriented stuff.
Totally,
Can you talk about what you're working on?
Absolutely, yeah.
What are you working on?
Well, after the MIA record I did in March, and that was like the whole of March. We were like in the studio the whole month, intensively doing that. And after that really the idea with that was, let's make some of the craziest stuff in the world. We make a track and then go home and she'd be like, it's not weird enough, it's not crazy enough, it's not weird enough. So the whole point was to make stuff absolutely weird. Take the music out, take the chords out, strip it down, you know. So after I finished that at the end of March, I was like, I want to work on some really musical, super chords, the complete opposite. I want to do a complete opposite. So since I've done Britney, I've done T.I. and Rihanna. So I literally had the mission, like, after making crazy, I'm a musician, you know, I wanted to make some music that was totally, you know, big chords, big melodies. Like, when you're making dance music, the number one rule is keep it simple. People don't dance to complicated shit. So if you're a dance music producer, electronic music, you're keeping it simple. All the time when I finish a track, I strip it down, take stuff out. And when you're making pop songs and writing, you know, records like that, you have to put as much melody and music in as you can. So it's like the complete opposite. So yeah, I've been living a double life for the last couple of months.
So when you work on like a Britney track, is there ever kind of a temptation to like sneak in something totally weird?
I do. Well, the thing is, they would go to the regular people who make pop records if they wanted something straight. But the whole reason they came to me is because I make kind of weird music anyway. So they want that vibe in the track. So I kind of have a little bit of license to be crazy. Because if they didn't want crazy, they'd ask someone who's had a massive catalogue of hit albums before. You know, it's Britney, they got money. They can pay someone who wrote all of Kanye's record or someone like that, you know? So the fact that they're asking someone underground who's not as experienced, they must want it to be a little
bit weird.
Anyway, so that's great for me. But as I say, I'm a musician. I got very much into being a DJ and living the DJ lifestyle, and not really, but you know, like doing that kind of whole thing. I'm a musician. I like to be at home and play the piano and play the saxophone and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to get back to being a musician. But I live a double life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm in the studio writing notes down and playing the piano. And Thursday morning, I pack my bag. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm shouting and screaming on the stage and playing crazy bass lines for kids. And then come back and write songs. So yeah, it's kind of, I really am living a double life.
That's crazy, but
again, when I'm 35, I can't tour.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
I want to be at home doing that. So that's kind of the game plan.
You be at home, you can like, you know, start making like Neil Diamond records, you know, it's like on a 9-to-5 schedule, you know.
You know, I literally started DJing after I released my first few singles, and promoters said, we want to book it, we want to book Rusko, we want Rusko to play here, like we want you to come and play here, and I'm just a home musician, studio producer, you know, I started DJing out of necessity. You know, people wanted to hear me play, and the only way I could easily play all my own music was to DJ. So I'm just trying to flip the balance, go back to being the musical guy. It's nice, it's good. It brings a lot more brings a lot more to my dance music. If I'm writing, you know, rocky pop songs with guitars and pianos on a Monday and Tuesday, it kind of brings something totally different to the vibe.
I love the schedule. I like how you keep it like really black and white, you know?
I totally do, absolutely do, And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes Thursdays, I start at 9, I try and finish by 6, 7 o'clock. It really is like having a little day job a few days a week. Obviously an amazingly cool one. But yeah, I live in two lives, two completely different paces, two completely different styles of music. But as from a musician's perspective, it's great.
Yeah.
I almost want to start a band. I almost want to start a flipping indie band. Just to do it.
You need like more days in the week though. You need like 2 or 3 more days, and then you can have an indie band.
I know, but I am actually working on the Rusko band.
Oh yeah?
So by next year I'm going to try and sort of elaborate a little bit more.
Do you have a name in mind?
A lot of electronic artists sort of come with the live band.
Right.
But I'm more about the visuals than the sound.
Right.
So I'm thinking it's going to be sort of half live performers, half really cool dancers and stuff. You know, I'd rather have like break dancers and like really cool dancers doing like a choreographed thing than people reproducing the music with real instruments, because sometimes that falls down. Someone who makes entirely electronic music but then performs the music with a band, sometimes it doesn't translate that well.
Right.
And really my stuff's all about energy and power, and really what I'm thinking next year, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have dancers and like put on a stage show.
Yeah.
But without a band. I'm still going to be doing the music, but it's going to be a stage show.
Right. I got to ask, you know, because you mentioned that, did you catch Lady Gaga last night?
No, I played San Francisco last night.
Oh wow, okay.
Unfortunately, so, well no, it was a good show, not unfortunately, but unfortunately I missed yesterday.
Yeah.
But I do have tomorrow off. So tomorrow I'm here all day. But yeah, I missed Gaga. Dirty Projectors were on yesterday.
That's right,
It's like one of my favourite bands at the moment. And, so yeah, I was kind of annoyed that I missed them, but I did see them. I played at Fuji Rock in Japan last week, and I saw them there. Yeah. That was a treat. That was an absolute treat.
It's a trip, yeah. It's just,
it was a trip. I broke a tooth on the plane on the way over there, and I was in agony the whole time. Agony, absolute agony. So it was a really bittersweet trip. I got to go to Japan for the first time ever to go play at Fuji Festival, like big massive rock festival, and I was in agony. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep.
Wait, back up.
And I couldn't eat.
Did you say you broke a tooth on the plane?
Yeah.
What, did you fall down on the plane?
No, it was.
You get in a fight with a stewardess?
It was like, and it was. I thought it would be all right, and then I went to sleep, and I slept on my hand, like on the bed, like on the thing, and I woke up and it had swollen, like this big. And then by the time I got back on the plane to fly back to America, like the day later after the festival, I looked like 2 people.
Were they serving
like me like that? And then like some fat kid. I looked like a fat kid. My whole cheek was like that.
Were they serving like jawbreakers on the plane or rocks or something?
No, I don't know what it was.
Just chewing on a ring or something?
No, I've always had a few problems.
Oh, okay.
Since I was a kid with my teeth and my gums.
Oh, how about that?
But yeah, it was a really bittersweet trip actually. I got to go to Japan for the day. I couldn't eat anything. Like I would go on holiday to Japan for a week with the sole purpose of eating. I would go just sitting there making food. And to be there for like 26 hours or whatever it was, and I couldn't sleep or eat. So I had a good time, but I've been suffering literally all week. I flew back, went straight to the hospital. I haven't even been drinking today because I'm on painkillers and antibiotics. So I've actually been in a world of crazy pain all week. So today, I'm really ready to let rip. I'm feeling good. I'm totally down to like 1 painkiller a day. I was on like 1 every 2 hours.
Congratulations.
And it was Vicodin as well, so I was done. So I was like, that's kind of fun. But yeah, I was like donezo. So yeah, last night and today, I'm actually back on form, and it totally knocks me. If I'm ill even a little bit, it totally knocks me really hard. When I'm playing every night, you can't afford to get ill, even a little bit, because it'll do, because your immune system, when you're flying every day and playing every night, really down, really low.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So yeah, if I even get a little bit ill, like a tooth thing, it took me out for the whole week.
Yeah.
So as a consequence, I'm so excited and ready to play.
Yeah. So I know you got to get to your show, so we're going to let you go. But I want to do one more question. We always ask everybody we interview about a favorite record.
Yeah. I thought you were going to ask me about Rhapsody.
No, well, we're a music service. You know, we got all kinds of...
I use Rhapsody in my music production. I was looking forward to this because I use it more than anything in my home studio.
Really?
Because like, a classic music producer would go through old vinyl records, you know, to look for samples, listen to the starts of the records. And you can't do that on iTunes. In the new digital age, you can't. If you flick through an album, like an old soul album on iTunes, you hear the choruses.
Right.
If you flick through it on Rhapsody on my phone, you hear all the intros, all the little guitar licks, all the little chords on their own, all the stuff that a producer spends hours going through records in a record store. You have on Rhapsody. And so seriously, I use it more than anything in my studio.
Well, that is great.
I was all the way ready to come to this interview, ready to big up Rhapsody. I literally do. I use it so much.
Well,
deep producer's friend.
Thank you so much.
Producer's friend. It's true. I'll flick through it. I flick through old soul records, old 80s albums and stuff, and there's always at the start of the records a little hi-hats, little chords, little snare drums I can just tag and use, like, it's absolutely perfect.
Oh, that's great. I think we're flattered.
Rhapsody is the new digging in the crates. That's what I used to say in hip-hop, digging in the crates.
Yeah, absolutely, great digging,
Looking for the samples, Rhapsody is the new crate digging for me anyway.
Oh, awesome. Well,
big up Rhapsody, I love it, I really do.
Thank you so much.
It's even on my iPhone, it's right there next to email and phone.
Whoa.
It's like
this is great. Oh, wow. Okay.
It's actually that important. It's right there on my home screen. iPod, phone, Rhapsody.
There it is.
iTunes,
Twitter. There it is.
Right there.
Rusko's phone.
It's in my top, right next to right with the big crack, right next to everything.
That's special.
It's like it's on the row of most used apps.
Wow. Well, we will spread the word about your support.
Big fan.
No, that's great. I really appreciate it.